The element radium was discovered in 1898 by Marie Curie, along with her husband Pierre Curie. Radium is created by the natural disintegration of uranium in the ore pitchblende. Radium, an alkali earth metal, has the atomic number 88 and the atomic symbol Ra, with an atomic mass of 226 grams per mole. Radiation from radium was not understood at first. However, in 1901, Henry Becquerel suffered a burn from carrying a piece of radium salt in his watch pocket. Pierre Curie, taking the matter on his own hands, decided to test the material on his own body to learn of the effects of radium on the body. His discovery suggested to doctors that radium, by destroying cells, might be useful in the treatment of cancer. Yet still, the dangers of radium were still unknown, and a new job arose in the early 20th century for radium to be painted onto watch dials, since one of the characteristics of radium is to glow in the dark. Women hired for this job, also called radium girls, found it easier to put the brush on their tongue for thinner lines, but little did they know they were swallowing huge amounts of radium per day.
Radium in water may pose a hazard to human health when the water is used for drinking or cooking. Only a small portion of ingested radium is absorbed from the digestive tract and distributed throughout the body. The rest is passed unchanged from the body. Some absorbed radium is excreted in urine. Absorbed radium behaves similar to calcium and is deposited in the tissues of the body, especially bone. Any radiation received externally through showering, washing, or other use is not a hazard since alpha particles do not travel through your skin. Internally deposited radium emits alpha particles that may then damage surrounding tissues. Studies of workers exposed to high levels of radium and other sources of alpha radiation for extended periods show that high levels of radium may cause depression of the immune system, anemia, cataracts, and fractured teeth. Exposure to high levels of radium also has shown an increased incidence of bone, liver, and breast cancer. Radium, usually in the form of radium chloride, was used in medicine to produce radon gas, which in turn is used as a cancer treatment. For example, several of these radon sources were used in Canada in the 1920s and 1930s. The isotope 223 radium is currently under investigation for use in medicine as cancer treatment.
As mentioned before, many women hired fresh out of high school worked for radium painting companies in the 1920s and 30s. The women experiencing the deadly results were forced to quit their high-paying job. Lawsuits arose for the radioactive victims, but the damage done could never be fixed. Radium, being extremely harmful in water, was considered healthy in the early 1900s. Radium water, along with uranium blankets and thorium-laced medicine, were all products sold 100 years ago. All the good stuff. But now we know, in case radium strikes again.